What is going on, everybody? Hey, this is your boy JC from JC Sports Talk. And tonight I have with me, a very special guest. She came back to my show for a second time. And before we get started, hey, by the way, happy Women History Month. You know what I mean? Hey, y'all deserve to be celebrated. Hey, there's a lot of y'all out there that's doing y'all thing. So I'm glad there's a month. I never knew there was a month like just for just to celebrate women, overall achievement, accomplishment, personal, like I didn't know that, but hey, it's on my birthday month, you know what I mean? So hey, and it just happened that I have 5 sisters, so look at that, it's just a great month.
5. Are you the only boy?
Nah, I got 2 brothers.
Okay. All right,
nice. So I'm all pro women. You know what I mean? I love seeing them, succeed, especially in these industries that was male dominant. Yeah. So with all that being said, introduce yourself and just tell them a little bit about yourself, and please bring up the space that you on and everything like that, because that's what my favorite part about on Twitter is those space, especially yours.
Oh, thank you. So I'm Ashely Baker, as JC so eloquently stated. I am a social media content producer for BetQL. I'm also a reporter for the Washington Wizards through Fox Sports 1340 AM. And I also have my own podcast called About Nothing But Sports, where you can find on Apple, Spotify, wherever you prefer to listen to your podcast is where you'd be able to find my podcast. Also, I have been doing Twitter Spaces, as you mentioned, lately. I've really just tapped into those Twitter Spaces for maybe the past month. Yeah. And it's becoming a pretty big deal on Twitter, as you can tell from his reaction. That's pretty much an extension of About Nothing But Sports, of my brand. And right now we're going through NBA rankings by positions, current best 5 players at each position. So we're typically on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on those spaces doing different and various topics. So if you have a Twitter, feel free to follow me, Ashely Baker _21. And, just be on the lookout for those Twitter spaces, man. I think you were in there last night when Joy Taylor popped up.
Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one. So, it be getting wild in there. It be getting wild.
She's one of my mentors, and I got the stamp of approval from her. Like, after she was like, I absolutely love it. You need to dive into it. Like, she loved the rowdiness of it. You know what I'm saying? She embraced it. So I was really, really happy to see that. So here I am.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you right now, hey, those spaces thing, I'm like, man, like, who came up with that?
Well, it used to be, it's similar to Clubhouse. So I don't know if you are familiar with Clubhouse. Clubhouse had this same thing where there was an app, and it's completely identical to what Twitter Spaces are. Literally, what you see in Twitter Spaces is what Clubhouse was.
Oh,
I think that Twitter Spaces is catching on a bit more because it's all in one app. Yeah. And not only can I pull from the Twitter Space, I can go to other apps on my phone and still hear people talking. I can scroll my timeline and still hear people talking. So I think Twitter kind of just hit it out the park. I think Clubhouse is still around for sure. Clubhouse is definitely still around, but Twitter Spaces is becoming like a really big thing.
Okay. Hey, shoot, that's what's up, man. But look, hey, the NBA, right? The NBA is going on right now, which is the hottest thing right now. So, like, in your opinion, is this the most open you've seen the NBA? Like, there is no clear winner coming out on either conference. It was supposed to be in the beginning of the season. Now, I don't know if you was one of those experts, pick the Lakers to come out the West, the Nets to come out the East, and to have this Kobe Bryant versus LeBron James finals that we never saw, but I wish we did. The KD versus James in the finals. Everybody had it. So I don't know if you were one of those, you know, experts, but now one team is in a nice spot, one team is in the A spot,
Yeah,
struggling.
yeah,
So is this the most open
yeah.
you've seen it so far?
Um, yes, yes. Kind of, sorta, right? So for me, open is anybody 1 through 8 has a chance. I'm sorry, 1 through 10 has a chance. That's what open means to me. So I wouldn't necessarily say open. There's still only a solid 3 to 5 teams that I consider contenders for the title in each division.
Okay.
It's not 10 teams and everybody has a shot. Like it's not. That to me, that's what open is, and it's just not as open as we would think it is. It really is still only 3 to 5 teams per conference that we're really taking serious here. So kind of, sort of. I just think that we're seeing a couple of teams, and we'll get into that later. But we're seeing a couple of teams that are just shockers and could have that Cinderella run, could have that magical year that we thought the Suns were having last year, when really the Suns are really just that damn good. Like they're showing this year, like that wasn't a fluke. Like we're really good. But I guess people are kind of there are teams that could have that kind of like magical run season that the Suns had. But outside of that, I mean, there's really only 3 to 5 teams that really have a legit like shot, and I'm edging closer to like 3. You know what I'm saying? So
wow. Okay. Look, right now, like in the East, right?
yeah,
Miami, Bulls, Sixers, Bucks, Cavs, Celtics, Raptors, Brooklyn. Like that's your top 8. All right. And the West, you have the Suns, Warriors, the Grizzlies.
you gotta give me the last 2 because we do play-ins.
Oh, okay. All right. The last 2, Hornets and Hawks.
Okay.
So that's on the East.
Yeah.
So I mean, you say 3 on the East.
I'm still saying 3.
Wow, man.
I'm still saying
about
3.
5.
I'll say 3, but that's what I'm saying. Like it could go to 5. We could be talking 5. I love what the Bulls are doing. I'm not putting them in that 3 to 4. I'm putting Milwaukee there. I'm putting Brooklyn there. I'm putting the 76ers there. And I don't even know if I'm putting, what did I say? That's
the Heat. The Heat.
Right. And I'm putting the Heat there. That's who it is. The Heat. Those are my core. Like that was 4, right? Brooklyn.
Yeah.
The Heat, the Bucks. Brooklyn, the Heat, the Bucks.
The Sixers.
Come on now. I mean, those other teams, it sound good.
Yeah.
It sound good, but let's playoffs are a completely different beast, yo. Like
exactly.
In any sport, we already know it go from 0 to 100 real quick. So it's not that open. It's not as open as folks would think. I don't think that any team outside of those teams are gonna. I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, in the West, the Suns, the Warriors, the Grizzlies, the Jazz, the Mavericks, Nuggets, the Wolves, Clippers all set in the 8th, Lakers in a nice spot, and the Pelicans.
I'm over here looking at my phone because I heard you read down but I need to like see it for myself. Like, get a visual. Given again a solid 4. I got to see what the Lakers do. I can't. I have bet against LeBron James quite a few times in my life throughout his career, and I'm just not. It's 20 more games left. Give or take a few games. I'm not gonna just. I know they're still in. They're 9, dog. I can't. I can't just dismiss the Lakers. My core in the West would be Phoenix, Golden State. I love me some Ja. You'll check out how much I love Ja during this show.
Okay.
Phoenix, Golden State, Denver if Jamal Murray comes back, and the Lakers.
I'm shocked you said got Denver up there.
Because Nikola Jokic is balling. And
He
the
ball
crazy
every
thing
year.
is
He
literally
balls
the
every
reason
year.
he's literally the reason why he does not have Jamal Murray. He literally has no
No.
other star player with him, and they're in a 6 seed.
Yeah.
They're in a 6 seed without Jamal Murray. I can assume when Jamal Murray comes back, it's curtains. Not curtains, because I don't think that they win a championship. But I'm just saying, like they're gonna give some smoke. So I can't not with what Jokic is doing. He's literally carrying the team, and his best the key one of the key pieces isn't even there yet. So
Yeah, I mean, look, I hear you, man. It seems like that every year that Murray is not there. Like, and Jokic have to do it.
he was there for the bubble. He
That
was
was
there
two
for the
years
bubble,
ago. 2 years ago. He
right?
wasn't
But
there
then we
last
had
year.
last season,
And
right? But he was
Jokic
there.
and
He balled
people
out in the bubble.
grilled Jokic because he won the MVP.
Yeah,
I guess by default, everybody was going to see. Yeah, let me see. Embiid hurt, KD
yeah,
hurt, Steph
yeah,
hurt, and it
yeah,
was like, who's next?
yeah,
Okay, Jokic. All right, fine. Here you go. So I
yeah.
guess a lot of people was on him on that, but he didn't have no help either. So I guess people took that into consideration, but still. But I mean, it seems like that every year that Murray is hurt, even in the bubble. Matter of fact, he was hurt like towards the end in the bubble. He got hurt.
I don't remember. He might did.
He did. He did. He got hurt in the bubble because I remember him and the Jazz dude Mitchell man
Maybe he
had
had like
one
a
of the
maybe it was like
greatest.
something. Was it like an ankle thing? Maybe.
It was an ankle thing. It started in the bubble like towards the end, and then ever since then he's been getting hurt like basically the past couple years.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah. Oh, he's
why people
definitely
was
injury
like,
prone. He's definitely injury prone. So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. We'll give. Yeah, yeah.
She's
I'm
giving my
giving the
Lakers a
Lakers a
chance.
chance.
Look,
I'm giving.
the
I can.
Lakers. Look,
I cannot
I
not.
don't see it. Man, I don't see it. I think that LeBron is a couple years older from the bubble.
Mhm.
Even me, like I seriously don't think that they would have won the championship in the bubble if it wasn't a pandemic. Like
Mm.
they literally went against one of the worst um, Eastern Conference teams to win a championship, like a 6 seed, I believe it was.
Mm.
Like I mean, I can't
Fair.
recall the last team that won a championship and did not at least face the top three in your own conference. And then, not only that, Dragic, he got hurt.
Oh, the whole Miami team
And
was banged
like
up.
the whole Miami
Yeah.
team was banged up, and they
Bam
still
end up
pushed
going
them.
out. Bam end up going
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
yeah, and they still pushed them to 6. We might have been 7 if that one shot by AD didn't go in. I mean, it's just one of them things. I'm like, and the Clippers. The Clippers was clearly a better team that year, but that God, freaking Luka
Let
and
me tell you something
no, it
about the
wasn't even
Clippers.
Luka that took him out. Was it Luka that took him out?
Nah, they got past Dallas. No,
It was the
they got past
Nuggets, right?
Dallas. They lost to the Jazz. I mean, they lost to the Nuggets.
The Nuggets, and they
You
were
lost
up
you talk about
3-1.
you
They were
talk
up
about
3-1.
who you talking about? Let me tell you something. I am a known certified LeBron James hater. I really don't care for him. So that year, the Clippers come and they making commercials and they the new kings of LA. They supposed to take it over. And then they could not. Do you know? I could not. I was stunned. I mean, I
Yeah,
literally
I
and
was
Paul
too.
George. Y'all know how I feel about Paul George. I'm literally watching each game go down. Like I know you lying. Like I know. I literally watched the next 3 games because they, like you said, they was up 3-1. I watched it every night. My mouth was to the floor. I'm like, this is
Not happening.
unreal. This
This
is
is not
unreal.
happening.
So that was a bad year. That was a bad year.
Yes, so that's what I'm
disappointing
saying.
year. I was wanting
It
to see
was.
the Clippers. We were supposed to see.
Yes.
Like, I'm a media person. I am sports media. That I was salivating over a LA Western Conference. Come on, man. Like you didn't brought up some bad memories, man.
I mean, no, but I say that to say this. The Lakers to me are LeBron James. Look, he's a great player. I won't say the GOAT because I've seen both play. I've seen MJ play at a very young age. I mean, that's how old I am. And I've seen LeBron play since he's been in the league. I was the biggest LeBron James fan until he did the Cavs dirty like that. Hey, you can leave all you want. Like, you could get up and leave. You earned the right. You are a free agent. But don't wait till after free agency is over with. And then definitely don't wait until you're on national TV to break up with your girlfriend. Like, babe, hey, look, I'm sorry. Hey, we're breaking up. By the way, I'm going that way. I'm dating this chick. Like, you don't do that. Like, at least give somebody a warning or something. Help them pick up the pieces before you do that. So, like, everybody was waiting for him to make his decision so they could, so the dominoes could fall. And he never did. So people was like, shoot, I'm not wasting my money. Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm about to sign over there. I'm about to sign over there. So that's one reason why I had a bad taste in my mouth against LeBron James. I'm a low person. But, and ever since then, I kind of looked at him different, how he started chasing rings. Like, he went to Miami, a big three there. He spent 4 years there. He should have only won one ring. That Ray Allen shot, clutch shot, that saved him. So 4 years, boom. He left it because he got blown out against the Spurs that last, in the finals. So he ran out of it. He's like, man, hey, y'all getting old right now. And we've been for 4 years, and we barely got 2 rings. And he went back to the Cavs, and he did his thing. But the thing is, with the Cavs, Draymond Green, I lost another respect for him when he broke the code of honor. What happens on the court stays on the court. But LeBron went to the media talking about, I got daughters, man. You know what? He said this to me. And then what? But Adam was like, he said what? Okay. Draymond, you suspended. And that ruined the whole thing. And I was like, oh my God, this dude's a snitch. And then, to me, that's why I'm saying, hey, he a snitch. You know what I mean? And the players in the league lost so much respect for him at that time. Even, Klay Thompson was like, wow, why would you even, what happens on the court stays on the court. But it is what it is. But the Lakers, they're too old. Honest truth. Man, LeBron is still good.
Yeah, them young fellas over in the West, man, they be running, man. They be running, man.
And they are not scared. No. They are not afraid of Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, LeBron. Luka was like, come here, LeBron. Come here.
And they don't need to be.
Come here, LeBron. Hey, I got something for you. He took LeBron on 4 straight times. And each time, either assist or a bucket. They're not afraid of the Lakers no more.
Yeah. No, I agree. Them young boys out west be running. So, it is what it is. I just have to really see it to believe it. Like I needed to see them lose that series last year. I knew that they would because Phoenix was just on another level, and then Anthony Davis was hurt. They just weren't 100%. I called that series. I knew that they wouldn't win that series against Phoenix, and so it's been crazy since. So,
all right. So, hey, look, if the Lakers make it in, it's a first round exit. Like, they either gonna play the Warriors,
I agree,
or the Suns.
I agree.
So if you're LeBron James, do you want to be a first round exit or not make it in at all?
With the team this year, I would
pick the team.
I know, but because of everything they've gone through, I would say that he would at least want to make it to the playoffs.
He wants to make it to the
playoffs? At this point, I don't even know if they get past the play-in. Like, they're not beating teams that you would have to see in the play-ins. You might have to see the Timberwolves. Y'all not beating the Timberwolves. You know what I'm saying? You might have to see the Clippers. Y'all wouldn't beat y'all have trouble beating teams that y'all should beat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
But look, all right. So if I'm James, don't put me in. I'm 4-6 in the finals, whatever. Look, don't put me in a first round exit again, back-to-back years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm good, son. Hey, I see y'all next.
Sign up for though, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, and it's a testament to his age. It has nothing to do with his skill. It's a testament to his age. It's a testament to his team.
It's not really him though,
right? He's not really him because he's balling. Yeah. So I'll take that back. I'll recant that. It's not LeBron. It's just a testament to your team. You're not a good GM, bro. And you're stick to balling. You're not a good GM.
He done everywhere,
and that's okay because we see that across all the time. We see these players in the NFL try to become these old school players. Try to become John Elway. John Elway has not been the best GM,
Hey,
You
Michael
can't do it
Jordan.
all. You can't Michael Jordan. I mean, it's getting
Ooh.
better in Charlotte.
Yeah, he's getting
Because
better about 15
yeah,
years later.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like
Like two
sometimes,
playoff appearances.
yeah. So, um, he's not a GM, so he kind of eating crow basically.
Yeah, I mean, okay. All right, so let's move on. All right, the NBA. Who's your? You could give me multiple, but who's your
Sure.
surprise team so far?
The Grizzlies, no doubt about it. Um, I have been high on John Morant since like the last part of his season in Murray State,
Mhm.
right? I was told to put him on my radar that year. But I'm a Duke fan, so I was all over Zion that year. Like it was all Zion in my mind, right? And then I was told, yo, you really need to pay attention to this boy in Murray State, man. I'm like, okay. So when I start paying attention, I'm like, damn, he good. He come to draft. And I'm like, I just wouldn't be surprised if Ja go number one. They end up, obviously it didn't fall like that. He goes two.
Yeah,
Here, I'm like, he's gonna win rookie of the year. I called that. I knew he would.
but
Um,
why? Like, I mean, why? Like, I mean, Zion. Yo, this dude was. He put college basketball like back on the map, so everybody wanted to
yeah,
watch him
he
play.
did.
And Duke, and wherever he went, he was
I
like
think,
LeBron James was in the stands. Once, I mean, yo, he had
yeah,
superstars, and
I
so
think
why
I
you
think in
thought
this
that
instant,
Ja was better than Zion?
well, it's a couple of things that went wrong for Zion. Like, I think in this instant, I will never forgive CBS. CBS had a Zion cam. So
Yes.
like the
Yeah.
hype around Zion was crazy. Like they were the league, the basketball world, they were ready to dub Zion the next face of the NBA. Like he's taking over LeBron's spot. This is it. I mean,
Yeah.
a Zion cam. Are you kidding me? A Zion cam, and I love Duke. You know what I mean? I loved it in that moment. But as I'm thinking about it, like now, I'm like, come on, bro. Like a Zion cam, like that was crazy. I think I think that was a lot of pressure.
His
And then
own
to get
shoes.
drafted, yeah,
His
his
own
shoe,
shoes
yeah,
that
yeah,
his feet
yeah,
came out of his
yeah,
feet.
yeah. I think there was a lot of I think that was a lot of pressure, and
Yeah.
also he got drafted to the Pelicans.
I
Like there's
mean,
word in the sports world that the owner of the Pelicans, who's the same owner of the New Orleans Saints, really only cares about the New Orleans Saints. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really. Anthony Davis had that complaint that they don't put a lot of stock into doing what they're supposed to do to make to create some type of championship degree or pedigree in New Orleans, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
I
I
don't know,
mean,
man. That's what happened with Zion, and I just could see it. I saw Ja balling out, man. I saw it again. I saw it in college, and I'm like, dog, he gonna be crazy. And then when he last year when he dubbed himself like I'm the best point guard, and we like, all right, youngin, like we hear you, youngin, but you guys show us for real. And he literally came and showed us for real. Like I said what I said. I'm here. And he's dope, man. And he is every bit of the reason. Listen, Memphis went 14 games without John Morant. They went 12-2.
yep,
So
12-2.
let's be clear. It's not about the floor stuff with Ja. We're talking about a small market in Memphis whose game just got flexed against Boston to be on TNT, and they took the Nets, who Kevin Durant is back with tonight, over the Nets and the Heat. Like that has nothing to do with Steven Adams. That
Yeah,
has nothing
Butler
to do
is
with
not
Spencer
playing
Bain.
though, and Laurie is not playing. A Kyle Larry, he's not playing tonight, so that might have
But
something to
Kevin
do with
Durant
it.
is back.
Yeah, but
He
against
ain't been
some,
back he ain't been
yeah,
playing for 20
yeah, and he's
games.
balling out right now. But by the way,
But that's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
he's
Like
balling.
the reason why, like
Yeah, because of
most
Ja.
viable player means more than like to me it's more than just course. This man is box office. He is
Yeah,
literally in the culture that he's bringing to Memphis easily, like the surprise team easily. I knew he would ball like individually. I felt that. I knew that he would start balling, like it would come, but I didn't think that like the team would be in a third seed. They're sitting at 3. I think I maybe made a prediction saying that they would be a top 5 seed this year. They're
mm-hmm.
sitting at 3. And I mean, I was right, but I didn't consider like being in third. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Easily the biggest surprise. It's not a surprise with the Bulls because when the Bulls started assembling that team, I
Like
knew it.
to be where they're at right now,
Yeah,
but the Sixers, the Nets, I mean the
yeah, but I
Celtics.
knew that. I knew that they were going because Zach LaVine is bomb, and when you pair him with DeMar DeRozan, you had Alonzo Ball. I mean, now of course we didn't expect him to be this great without Lonzo or Alex Caruso. Like we didn't expect that, but I kind of knew like I called them being in the top 3 seed in the East. When they were being assembled, I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna ball out. They're gonna ball out. That's all. Memphis, and it's not close.
Oh wow, okay. And look, my biggest complaint with Zion is exactly what a convert say.
Oh my
It's like the weight issue. Like even in college, he was like, "Man, that's too big of a, that's too big of a man to, he's only gonna grow. Like he's not gonna get smaller. Like and
I'm
you
talking
are
about Zion.
young, yeah, Zion.
Yeah, listen, the man is in New
Like
Orleans. He like gumbo probably. That's not even a good city to go to. Like, what are we
he
talking
was
about?
big at Duke, man. Like that was concerned at Duke
I
that he
heard
was
the
big.
food in New Orleans. Shout out to those listening or
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
from New Orleans, from NOLA. I heard the food is lit. Can y'all blame the man? If I go and live down in New Orleans for a year or whatever, or 2 years, I'm probably coming back big as a whale. Like, and that's okay. That's okay.
Nah, like look, if you go in big, like Jamarcus Russell is a perfect example. You
Okay.
knew for a fact that he was going to get bigger.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Hey, regardless where you go, because look, you start living that life, that
Yeah.
money. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
now, look, unless you like a LeBron James that invests millions in dollars
In your
into
body.
your body,
Yep.
hey, you're gonna, if you go in big, I don't know, man. Hey, money don't make people smaller. You know what I mean? Shoot, hey, if
Well,
I'm a millionaire, I'm
some money
telling you.
do if you go to Dr. Miami, but
Okay. But so that's my biggest thing with him. I believe
yeah.
that his weight is the reason why that and right now he's having foot problems like Greg
Mm.
Oden.
It's just back to back, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just
Back to
hoping
back.
that he's not the next Greg Oden.
That's what they
Like
saying. That he Greg and Jaws LeBron. Right? Then they go 1 and 2.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Well, so
Yeah.
I mean, here's what it is. But y'all has been Miss Dunk highlight I ever seen. Yeah, yo,
He's
this
a
dude is.
highlight reel, yo.
Hey, how tall is Ja?
I think
He's like,
Jaws
yo,
like
maybe
6'3".
6'1". Is he? Is he even that tall?
I don't think
Yo,
so.
this
Let
dude
me
is
look.
dunking over people like I mean nasty dunks, and it's not like he's barely hitting the rim. This dude is going over the rim, over the backboard, coming down on you. Like
Here's
I
the
mean,
deal. John Morant is unguardable. He is
yes,
6'3". I was right.
he's 6'3". Okay, and
He's unguardable.
that's small in the
Right.
NBA. That's small.
Correct. He's unguardable because he's not afraid of anything. Like he will go through the trees and do what he do. Like he's not afraid. That's why he's unguardable. And that what concerns me about Ja is that he hit the deck so damn much. I'm scared he'd get injured. You know what I'm saying? So no homo, but who's the cutest player?
Hey, that's for you, by the way. I'm not answering that.
Nah. They say no homo, so you got to
No,
answer too.
no, that's no. The question is for you, and then hey, we'll move on.
Who's the cutest player? If I had to look in the play and be like, damn, he look good. They young, man. I don't even be looking at them boys. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, just because you say somebody cute, they don't mean
all right.
well,
I mean, Melo still look good. Melo look good still. I can say that because he divorced, so it ain't. Oh, he about to be divorced. Ain't got no wife. Jason Tatum fine. That would be it for me.
And he ain't say, hey, I'll give me a top 5.
Oh,
Hey,
and Paul. Oh God, and Paul George. Like, listen.
Oh man, all right, man. No,
yeah, so.
But all right. So look, I would definitely say the Bulls because I didn't see DeRozan like that dude. Like yo, he was stuck in Toronto for so damn long that he could never get over the hump with Kyle Lowry there. So and then he went to the Spurs where he went and died over there. I mean, like we never heard of him again. And then he got traded to the Bulls. I mean, who thought that this dude was this good? Yo, he
definitely is another level.
He
Definitely.
is. That's what I'm saying. And like, it's not like, hey, this is
And
his
he
seventh or
older.
eighth year.
Oh, right. Right.
He's like in
He
probably his
hitting
10th,
this. He hitting his
11th. Like,
second
he's like,
gear. Like,
okay, yeah, like, and now he's like balling with the
yeah.
Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
And Levine being out, some with injuries and stuff like that. Lonzo, he's been out, and the Bulls are still up there because of this one guy. That's why I'm like, to me, I definitely had Nets, Sixers, Bucks, Bulls, and Heats, 4 and 5, respectively. But
Yeah.
I've never seen like the Bulls up there like that. Man, never. Because I mean, just like it's DeMar.
Yeah.
It's DeMar. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But to me, has to be the
That's
Bulls.
fair. That's very fair.
So, all right. So look, all right. So who's your top 5 MVP candidates right now? And then I want to know your MVP, and then I have a following question with the MVP stuff.
So top 5, and who's my MVP?
Yeah.
Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic.
Joel Embiid and Yoke.
Joel
Okay.
Embiid, Nikola
Back-to-back
Jokic,
centers.
Ja Morant,
John Morant. Okay.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yes. Okay.
This gonna sound crazy, man, but I mean, I'd say
Yoke.
CP3. I said Jokic. I said Jokic. I
No.
thought, and it's really gonna be a testament. Like if the
Agree.
I put CP3 there because the impact that he has on every team he plays on is just crazy. Like
Look,
he literally changes the culture. He literally changes how they play. Like CP3 should be in the conversation every year because whatever team he's on just goes above what we expect him to even go. So he's like 5. He's in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like 5, but
no Giannis, no Booker. Like,
I'm not putting Devin Booker up there. No. I mean, I could do a 5A, 5B. We can do Giannis and CP3. I give Giannis 5A, CP3.
Look, man, hey, this ain't no charity award to me, man. Look, I don't care. Hey, I don't care what team. Look, this not no charity award to me. Like, you have to be that dude that, hey, they need to stop you. Nobody go into, the Phoenix Suns saying, hey, we need to stop CP3. It's Booker. They got to stop Booker. He's the dude. Like, man, I'm sorry. Man, at this point, man, I feel like that CP3 is like a quarterback that just got dropped into the perfect situation.
I feel like Booker
Tom Brady.
But I feel like Booker game has been elevated because of CP3. Like, it's just you really we've all seen CP3 go from team to team and like elevate each team he's on. Like, OKC wasn't supposed to do nothing.
And never won anything.
Nothing.
Never won anything, though.
I get that.
So if you're that good, and you elevate everybody, and you haven't won anything.
Yeah. To be fair, I mean Giannis and them, they were just a better team last year. DeAndre Ayton kind of like really froze up in the finals last year, bro. Like a lot of that was on him.
Now, that's coaching.
And to be fair, CP3 definitely fumbled the bag a lot during those series. You know what I'm saying? But come on, like and that was another thing I called when he got traded to the Suns. I was like, oh man, Devin Booker game about to go crazy. That whole team about to be at the top. So I can't. I mean, again, he's a low 5 on my top 5, but
All right. So who is your MVP? All right. So your top 5, but who's your MVP? Steady long, steady wrong. You know what I mean? Hey, that's the same they say in the military. The longer you think, the wronger it's going to be. Just go with your first instinct. Who is it? It's on the tip of your tongue. Just
my
say
first instinct would be Nikola Jokic.
Hell no. Wait, what?
Yes.
Over Embiid and Ja?
Yes. He doesn't have anybody.
Who does Ja have?
He doesn't have anybody. Ja has a whole squad. Desmond Bain, Steve.
But are they stars? I mean, because
no, I didn't say that he doesn't have stars. I said he doesn't have anybody. I'm talking about below what a star even is. He doesn't have. He has literally been doing this all year by himself, and they are sitting in a 6th seed in the West. Like, if you look at the analytics, Jokic is having one of the best careers ever of any player ever. If you look at his numbers, what he is doing this season, no other player historically has ever done. That is without his best player, his second best player. He is balling. So off the top, I would say Nikola Jokic. I would say Jokic. Now, it's probably so good because he has to be that person. You know what I'm saying? But he's being that person. And that's what an MVP is supposed to do. Be the person when you're called to be the person.
Okay.
I'll go Jokic. And B, that's still to be proven because I don't know.
I mean,
it was tough. It's tough, but man, you really can't. Like Joel has not. I mean, at least Embiid got Tobias. You know what I'm saying? He had Seth. Like he had shooters, dog. You know what I'm saying? He had defense, dog. Like he had Jokic ain't got. I can't really name anybody. Oh well, what's that boy name?
Who?
MPJ. If he's even playing.
On what team?
That's Michael Porter Jr.
Michael Porter Jr. The Nuggets?
Yeah, he played for the Nuggets. That's how he got. Okay, so he got like Michael Porter Jr. I think MPJ is playing.
I don't know.
I really don't know nobody else. Like that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? We're only naming one person on the Nuggets. Only one person matters with the Nuggets.
Yeah. But I was on your space, and I'm glad I was on your space last night. Because, me being nosy and stuff, I tripped into your space, right? Yeah. And I heard that Ja came out your mouth was your MVP. So why 24 hours later?
I would love for him to be the MVP.
But you said that was your MVP. So why are you saying Jokic tonight?
Because I can't.
Did you want to get everybody riled up? Or something like
no, because everybody, that's not a rowdy statement because there's a lot of people that agree with that. There's a lot of people that agree with
the yoke.
It's a lot of people. Oh, you asking what I want to get people riled up here?
No, I mean on both sides because like me, I don't see Yoke as MVP, and
I think either. I don't see. Everybody's knock against Ja is those 14 games he was out. And the team still balled without him on the court. It's just one of those teams where everybody plug and play so well. What elevates them, though, is Ja's electricity and his must-see TV-ness. So you're getting flexes. You're having people buy his jerseys. I have a trip to Atlanta in 2 weeks. Now, I don't know the usual prices for Hawks tickets, but just my luck, when I'm in Atlanta in 2 weeks, Ja is in town. I just bought my tickets tonight. I don't even want to tell you how much those tickets were. And I know it don't have nothing to, Trae Young, fine. But I know it don't have nothing to do with no damn Desmond Bain, no damn Steven Adams. It don't have nothing to do with those. It's all Ja. So Ja really just catapulting the organization in the city to a whole nother level because he's must-see TV, right? But on the basketball side.
His stats back it up, though. His stats.
That's fine. But on the basketball side, they are just a great team. Like collectively, they're a good team. They win with or without him on the court. They win when Desmond Bain is not on the court. I'm looking at this Boston game.
Oh.
They're winning. I think because I don't think Steven Adams is in. I think Steven Adams got hurt. They're in Boston. They only down 7 now with Steven Adams out. That's a huge piece. I would have thought I would have looked up there and they'd have been getting blown out, and that could have everything to do with the Celtics. But what I'm saying is just they're a really good team. They're just a really good, well put together team. They're athletic. They're deep. Like they're a good team. So I can't. When we talking MVP, you really talking about like this team literally would not be in a conversation if this person wasn't here. Basketball wise, I do not believe that. If he wasn't playing his best, if Ja was only averaging 22 points a game, I still believe that Memphis would be in a good position because that's just how good the team is. Okay. We're not having this conversation if Joel Embiid don't play with the Sixers. We don't even know who the Denver Nuggets is if Nikola Jokic is not on the court.
But the Sixers don't really have anybody without Embiid, though. Honest truth.
Well,
Seth
right,
Curry, a role
right,
player.
correct,
Maxey, a role
correct.
player.
That's what I'm saying.
Harden now is on the team,
But you're
but I
making my
mean,
point. Without a particular person, we're not even talking about them.
so
That's
why
why
not
Giannis was
Embiid
my. That's
though?
why Giannis has been my MVP for the last couple of years. Because without Giannis, we are not having a conversation about the Bucks. They're not in contention. Come on, like without
Well,
Giannis,
he
it's
got
over.
more help than than both.
It does. You can
With
have all that help in the world.
Middleton and
That's cool.
with Holiday. I mean, he got more
They're
help than
not getting it
Embiid
done
in
by
them.
themselves. They're not catapulting that team without him. That's just not
All right.
happening. So, but I'm saying with Ja, the reason why to me is the MVP is just so weird. Like it's so, and it's a subjective type of debate anyway, or conversation.
Mm.
Because people have different opinions of what their MVP is. Me personally, if I had a vote, I'm going Ja, because it's beyond. If I had a vote, it's beyond basketball for me. You know what I'm saying? Like this, he's completely turning the franchise around. But if we talking about
Yeah.
just basketball and putting them, like even keeping them in contention, even keeping them relevant, that's Nikola Jokic, because he literally has been playing with nobody,
All right.
nobody. So
All right.
I gotta give it to Jokic, man. Right? You know,
Okay. All right.
I
So
hope
back
I'm
to
wrong.
back MVPs.
I hope
Back
I'm
to back
wrong.
MVPs. You heard it here first. On
I
JC
hope Ja
Sports
get it.
Talk.
I would love for Ja to get it. Oh my god, I would love for John Moran to get it.
Yeah, I really think the MVP is a popularity contest. You know what I mean? It's one of them 50% fans and 50%. Nah, that's All-Star game, I think. But it's like
Yeah.
50-50. So with that being said, real quick, because
Yeah, like media
my time
votes
is
for
running out.
MVP and
Yeah.
coaches and stuff. I think so. Yeah.
All right. So do you think that the NFL and the NBA should get away from a regular season MVP? Because the past couple years, in football, back-to-back MVPs don't even make it to the championship. In basketball, last year was Jokic. The following year, the year before that was Giannis. They got bounced so early that it was like, who the hell was the MVP? So do you think that because the MVP is like just a regular, like, man, you never know. I mean, some people should be the MVP, but they are sick or tired of them win the MVP. So, do you think that on both sides, the NFL and the NBA, should get away from the MVP and just the playoffs? You know what I mean, like the playoffs MVP instead
I
of a
do.
regular season.
I do. Either get away from it or have a separate award for playoffs. I mean, we have a separate finals MVP award. We have an MVP for Super Bowl. I would love for it to go through playoffs, because I feel like that's when, again, they kick it up another notch and we really see what you made of. You know what I'm saying? We really see how valuable you really are. That's the end goal here, right? To win playoff games and to win championships. So if you're my most valuable person in doing that, I got to see how you perform in these types of situations before I just give you the award. I would not be surprised within the next decade if they change it. Both leagues, because they're getting too much pushback on it. We all know that Aaron Rodgers shouldn't have been MVP.
No, look, as much as I hate Tom Brady, I'm an Eagles fan. This dude had like 5,300 yard passing, right? This dude retired after passing for 5,300 yards. 44. So I mean, to do that at that age, at that time, it never been done at that high level before. I really think that.
Not to mention there were receivers in and out of the lineup all year.
Yeah,
Mike Evans was out of the lineup. Godwin, Antonio Brown before his ultimate departure. Like,
yeah,
it was Gronk. That's a given that Gronk is going to be in and out all year. So yeah, I mean, easy. It should have been easily Tom Brady, but I mean,
it is what it is. So real quick, so do you think that LeBron James will break Kareem scoring record eventually?
Sure,
I think he will.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a longevity award to me. I mean, you're 20 years. Next year? I mean, and you stayed that healthy, and you've been scoring that much year in and year out.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah. All right. So okay. So we went from there. So all right. So I'm a Nets fan. Yeah. Trust me, and I've been getting hate left and right.
Okay.
I mean, big time. So I'm gonna make this a 2-question because the next question is a little bit the same. So the Sixers Nets. All right. So do you think who won the trade, number one, and number two? Do you think that both teams are better off with this trade?
I don't know who won the trade because I haven't seen the Nets have everybody fully back. So I don't know. Right now, obviously, it looks like it's the Sixers because they've been balling out. Although they have only played 3 games
Yeah, like
since
and two
John.
against the Knicks,
They've only
right?
played right against the Knicks. So they've only it was one against the Timberwolves and then two against the Knicks. Like I don't have a real like that's not I'm not and that's what I be telling these Sixers fans. Like I know y'all getting James Harden and y'all
Yeah.
look good and he's averaging 10 to 12 assists a game
Woo,
and
woo.
he's averaging
Like
27 points a game.
that
Yeah,
shiny
yeah.
diamond ring,
Yeah, he
bling
look it
bling.
looked
Woo.
good. It looked good. But again, y'all have only played, but they have some tough schedules. They have some tough games on their schedule coming up.
Okay.
So we'll really be able to gauge like how good. I think that they'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you gave Joel Embiid like another real option.
Yeah, you did.
You know what I'm
Yeah, you
saying?
did.
Like any basketball mind is going to tell you like they're going to do great things with each other. You know what I'm saying? But I can't really answer that question because I haven't seen the Nets with Kyrie, with Kevin Durant, with Ben Simmons, with
Yeah.
Seth Curry. Like I need to
With
see them
Drummond.
with Drummond. I
Oof.
need to see them fully, and then I can make that assessment.
Okay. All right. So, but they both better off or not? I mean,
I mean,
they
yeah,
fall in
if
the
folks
same
don't want to
category.
be, if folks don't want to be in certain situations, then yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like I don't think Seth and those guys that got traded along. Ben Simmons certainly didn't want to be in Philly, but those
No,
other
yeah.
guys that went along with him to Brooklyn, I don't think that they really cared. And Harden didn't want to be in Brooklyn, so he's happy being in Philly. So yeah, I mean, I think they are. I think we'll really, really see. I mean, how crazy would it be if we get like a Nets Sixers what Eastern Conference? Man,
Well, but that can't
what
happen, man.
storylines around that? Makes me just
I don't think. Hey, that could happen though. That can't happen
yeah,
right now. That can't happen.
yeah.
Hey, because the
Yeah.
Knicks are so low that I mean, yeah, they're gonna have to play at least the Bucks or something before they even get to the Sixers. I think. All right, so look, our NFL, right?
NFL.
Look, they came, out like today, and look, they basically said, "Hey, whatever we said last year about COVID policies, the protocols, get rid of it." So, do you think that is a big mistake this upcoming season? Last time I checked, it was still around the air that COVID was still here, but a lot of people think that it's gone now because we are relaxing. So, how do you feel about the NFL suspending their COVID protocols for this upcoming season?
Um, I mean, it's a suspension. You know what I'm saying? They're not saying it's completely just off the table. You know I'm technical, right?
Yeah, I hear
So
you.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, they have a protocol in place. So in the event we go through another type of
What's your first
surge,
reaction though? What's your first reaction? I
it's
want your
too
first
fast.
reaction.
It's too quick.
Okay.
It's too quick. But see, they had suspended it for the playoffs and didn't really, from what we know, didn't
Did they?
really from what we know, they didn't really have any issues with what we were. They weren't. They had suspended it for the playoffs. I thought, right?
I thought they
So
relaxed it a little bit. I mean, and
right.
instead
So
of every day, it's like
yeah. So I mean,
yeah.
it is what it is. If we see another uptick, at least there are protocols in place that they can go back to. If we don't, and things start to stabilize and normalize, then I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
All right. So okay.
Joel Embiid is MVP. Oh Lord,
Yeah, but look. I know you're a Cowboys fan, and look, I just want to know something, right?
this guy.
One, I want to know this because we had this conversation, the last time that you were on
Mm,
the Eagles versus Cowboys, right
yeah.
before they played all their backups.
Yes.
Y'all beat us 50, whatever it was.
Yes.
And then y'all went in the playoffs, wild card weekend, talking about Dak is back, Cowboys is back, and y'all lost first round. So what was the
Nobody
biggest
was saying that.
reason?
You being dramatic.
I'm not
You been dramatic.
what?
Nobody was saying that. Nobody. Dak is back. Oh, we're gonna win it all.
Yo, 5 touchdowns. He set the Cowboys record for most touchdowns season. Dak is
We're
back. Cowboys is
unapologetic.
back. They needed this tune-up game. And I'm glad they got it the way. So, what's the biggest reason why they lost Wild Card Weekend, and what can they do moving forward? Because
Ugh.
it seems like that. Even I was scared. I was scared this year. I'm like, oh my god, this Dallas team might actually win it all this year. At least make it farther, a lot farther than a lot of people think. And then right on key, first round exit. You know what I mean? So what can they do? The biggest reason why, and what can they do to make sure that next year is not the same thing moving forward?
Oh, brother. Uh,
And you got like 11 minutes,
oh,
so let's
I got plenty
let's
time. Plenty.
uh,
No, so um, bruh, I'm just sitting here like you making me relive this, dog.
I
So
have to.
so obviously the biggest reason, play calling for sure. Lack of preparation, lack of discipline. I believe Dallas had 14 penalties in
Oof,
that
yeah,
game. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
a
8,
lot,
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Like
a lot.
14 penalties in that game. Undisciplined. That's a direct like nod to your head coach when you're undisciplined like that. Um, the defense tried to keep us in that game, man. Jimmy G tried to keep us in that game at the end, okay?
Oh,
But the offense, ultimately, like we had saw flashes throughout the season, end up getting stagnant. You know what I'm saying? And played scared. And I don't know if Kellen was, at that time he's interviewing for coaching jobs or whatever. Every time I get look, I think it's Jimmy G. I don't know if Kellen Moore was trying to play fancy because he had like job opportunities lined up or whatever. Like I don't know, but I don't know though. Like it is.
all right. So what can they do? Moving forward, man. Like I mean, to me, this was your best opportunity.
Yeah, we need to show up the offensive line.
Who y'all gonna cut? I mean, right now, your offensive line, y'all got two Pro Bowlers on your offensive line that can't stay healthy. I mean, are y'all willing to? I know Jerry loved his players until the very end, like until they are like basically in like walking chairs, just let them go. But I mean, a Tyron Smith,
we need to
Pro Bowler this year.
Yeah, we need to address our guard situation.
And who's your other one?
Leo Collins is not the move in my opinion.
Yeah, Leo Collins.
Yeah. We need to shore up the offensive line. We need to get back to running the ball. I mean, we see teams fall into this trap all the time, right? Mm-hmm. You pay your quarterback all this money and you want to use him because you've paid him all this money. Well, that's not your identity. Your identity is to have a bomb offensive line so you can run the ball. Yeah. There's no reason why Dallas shouldn't be running the ball 25 times a game. 25 times a game, run the ball.
$75 million quarterback last year.
We got a $90 million. We got a $90 million running back in the backfield.
But no. He literally made $75 million that year last year. $75 million in 1 year. He made it that year. So now he's about to make about the 40, average.
Yeah, but that just shouldn't be like, come on, man. We trying to win games. So what would you pay him? You the one you waited. If you didn't wait, you really didn't have to break Dak off like that because the market wasn't even calling for you to break Dak off like that. You had to break him off because you waited.
But that's why Zeke can't sit the bench because he's making more than Pollard, and a lot of people said that Pollard should have started over Zeke.
That's what I'm saying.
So
you make
about the money,
so we're gonna use you. Like that's not winning. That's not a winning formula. That's not. That Dak's best performances come when we run the ball. We need to run the ball. Like,
but why pay him that much money?
What are we doing here?
And their mindset was like this: "Hey, we trust in you. We paid you this much money, and we're just gonna go for it." And I don't see that change anytime soon. Jerry Jones want a flashy offense, and running the ball is not flashy. It's not like it's a pound and ground, like 3-4 yards, and Jerry's like,
yeah.
Sitting up there in his chair. Yeah. He wants to see Cooper touchdown, 20 million touchdown right there. That's 36 million.
That's another thing. Like Coop might walk, we might,
but he can't walk. He gotta get cut.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For us to save money to be able to get
16 million.
You know what I'm saying? Like Gregory. Hopefully he might take a friendly deal, but
you ain't taking no friendly.
He might not. I mean, we've been standing by Gregory. He could take a friendly deal, Slim. Like
y'all have 20-something free agents.
24.
And a lot of them are unrestricted, so they could go out somewhere. So I think the reason why I said, man, this was your best opportunity is because of this exact same situation. But we're about to get off your sorry Dallas Cowboys real quick because I know the time is running short. But look. Lately we've been hearing a lot of quarterbacks: Kyler Murray, Aaron
Mm.
Rodgers, even Russell Wilson, even though he said the right things. Baker, Lamar Jackson. Everybody want a new contract. So do you think that the NFL is in trouble because these players, like Kyler Murray, got 2 more years on his freaking contract, and his agent was like, he ain't playing another snap.
Now,
He is not playing another snap. Make
let
him
me tell you
like.
something.
Go ahead.
I love it.
What?
I
We
love
ain't gonna have no football to watch because you're gonna have all backup quarterbacks playing the game.
Then they'll come up off the dime and play them what they want to be paid. I feel like for the first time, like the tide is turning a little bit with the NFL, and these players may be a little slow or a little, but we see players forcing their ways out of teams in the NBA. We see players taking control of their own situation and their destinies, and we have all compared the NFL in some instances to what, like modern day slavery, the owners, the players not understanding their power, not understanding their worth, just kind of, we seeing a shift. We are seeing a shift. Now, unfortunately, the difference between the NFL and the NBA is I could put 53 men on the roster in the NFL. It's harder to get in the NBA than it is in the NFL because I only need what, 15 of y'all on my roster in the NBA.
If that. Nope, less than that. 10.
If that. I need, you know what I'm saying? I need around that 50. I have to have around a 53-man roster in the NFL. So it's harder. So those players in the NBA, like, oh yeah, I am a James Harden, I am a dime a dozen. Slim, get me out of here. I want to go to Brooklyn. The college could mess around and have a really great quarterback year next year. We don't know. And the next thing you know, oh, okay, Kyler, you want to be funny and don't play? Don't worry about it. We good. We're going to go ahead and draft this. We're going to go ahead and do this. So it's like, it's a sticky situation. Like I don't know.
But you want to see stars like at the quarterback position instead of backups? Like it's sort of like the first year quarterbacks. I mean,
everybody can go back.
Like honestly,
my quarterback already got paid.
Yep. Yeah, but honestly, the quarterback is the reason why you watch the game.
I don't care.
But the fans wise, like
no, I get it.
I'm not turning on TV to watch backups, like quarterback play. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because 9 times out of 10, you're a backup for a reason. You're not good enough to be a starter.
But that's that pressure that I'm talking about, though. See, that now it's going to start messing with the product like you're talking about. So because we messing with the product, you're going to give me what I asked for, or I'm rolling out, and you can roll with your backup. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean. Like, they kind of taking charge a little bit. Like, I think I kind of like it. Maybe because it hasn't indirectly affected my team. Maybe I'd be pissed off more if it was like my team. But yeah, like maybe it could be that. But I kind of like them like putting their foot down a little bit, man. Okay. I'm sorry, I do.
No, hey, you good. Now, free agency starts March 16th.
Oh, I'm excited.
Hey, like, what are the biggest things? I mean, do you think that and when these quarterbacks, and we just talked about the Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, somebody, like, what are you looking for? What are the storylines that you're looking for?
Well, I don't like free agency a lot because Dallas doesn't.
What?
Dallas doesn't play. Well, for my team, Dallas is not a free agency kind of team. We never make a splash in free agency. No, we're a draft team. We do everything in the draft. We won't be putting our hands on free agency at all. But I am excited to see where certain people will go. I'm excited to see where Russ will go. I'm excited to see I'm in DC, so not excited, but I'm looking to see who the Commanders are going to get. Excuse me.
The Commanders.
I don't think that Aaron Rodgers is leaving Green Bay. That would be stupid. You're guaranteed being in the NFC North. You're guaranteed a playoff spot almost every year. Stay in the NFC North. Who else? I can't wait to see who Pittsburgh gonna put in.
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
We got some folks. Denver.
That's San Fran.
What's up with Jimmy G and San Fran? You know what I'm saying?
The Bucks. Like, hey, is Tom Brady gonna come back? So that's what I'm saying. I mean, hey, there's a lot of wide receivers: Gallup, Godwin, Robinson. Like, where are these guys going to go? Mike Williams. You know, I mean, it's a lot of big storyline, and I think this free agency might be the most wild free agency that we ever saw by far because everybody's hitting them.
Quarterbacking for Tampa.
A lot of them.
Like, a lot. This is the first time it's been so many like questions at quarterback for these teams, but the talent coming out of college is so mediocre. Like it's so like the demand is high, but the supply is low. Like in
Yeah,
quarterbacks, it's crazy. It's
facts.
crazy.
Yo,
I'm
I agree
ready.
with you,
I
man.
can't
Yo,
wait.
I can't wait to March 16th, man. But hey,
Same.
with that being said, hey, this is a perfect time to end the show, man. I appreciate you. But once again, man, look, hey, I know that you are close to 5,900
57.
followers. Oh, all right,
I'm
my
trying to hit
bad.
50. I'm
You
trying to hit
know,
not 50. Yeah, I'm trying to hit 5,700 followers. So make sure y'all follow me on Twitter.
okay, so 5,700 followers on
Yeah.
Twitter. And like it's not even hey, look, I'm telling you right now, if you don't follow, that you're missing out on a lot of stuff. Like you go in depth with your top five, everything,
Yeah.
and your top five shooting guard, point
Yeah.
guard for
Yeah. Yeah.
and it'd be crazy. So hey,
I
just once again,
appreciate you.
just let them know where
Yeah.
what you're working on and where they could find you and anywhere in this.
Yep. So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @AshelyBaker_21. Um, I'm on Facebook, Ashely Baker, and yeah, man, these Twitter spaces be popping. That's like my biggest thing right now. That's the thing that I'm most excited about right now. I do, as again, still have my podcast. I'm gonna start converting those Twitter spaces into podcasts, so you'll be able to
Uh,
go and listen to them as podcasts. Because they only stay up on Twitter for like 24 hours after the recording, and they are really, really, really good. So yeah, man. And again, you can catch me on Twitter. I'm like your favorite sports bandit. Like I like being that person. So and I love interacting with you. You know you're my guy, man.
yeah, man. Hey, look, hey, I went easy on you.
I know.
Because it's not football season yet. But you already know, once football season
That's right.
starts,
I'm
hey,
on
I
home
have to
run.
have you back. And at the Eagle, I got to strike. You know what I mean? Hey, tonight, man, I was just rubbing your back. I'm just patting you, but trust me,
I
you
appreciate the
know.
gentleness because
Okay, all right.
yeah.
Okay, all right. So, hey, if you're not following me, man, hey, just go subscribe to my YouTube channel and also on Twitter under the same JC Sports Talk.
You're
As
doing great.
always,
Keep doing what you're doing, man. This is great. You're doing amazing.
well, I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Yo, hey, same way I'm rubbing your back, you rubbing my back. You know what I mean? But coming from you, it feels good. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Thank you very much. And
thanks.
as always, go Birds.